All right, Buds, you're talking about the Detroit Lions winning championships, Calvin Johnson. Where was you going with that?
Well, I mean, like I said, I was just going back to Stafford being a great quarterback. They've just been getting more consistent with the numbers over the year, and I had talked about going to the NFC Championship, Super Bowl, stuff like that. You know, and I think this is the year that Calvin Johnson goes from great to more of a legendary status. They're going to get stuff done in Detroit this year.
Well, I'm still worried about their off-the-field issues. They've got a lot of stuff they've got to work on and get. You're not worried about it?
I'm not worried about it at all, Buzz. They seem to have a system in place that's getting better and better for them, whereas they may have the off-field issues. You haven't seen them take a step backward with it. You've only seen them take steps forward. So
well, this is a whole other level of off-the-field issues we're talking about on this year. But anyways, let's talk about why some guys weren't on our list. Matt, I've got to ask, where was Larry Fitzgerald?
Well, Buds, I don't know. I didn't see him as one of my favorite receivers going into this year.
So you think that Michael
they don't have a quarterback. The chemistry in the locker room after he just completely and utterly verbally assaulted his quarterback, intentionally or not. Your quarterback is the guy that gets you the ball. Your quarterback is the guy who runs that team. And you just said, your quarterback, I don't care if he is the worst. You don't say somebody's better. Your quarterback's the best, and he's the one going to get the job done. And I'll tell you right now, that creates some of the worst chemistry, especially between a franchise receiver and a newer quarterback coming into the system.
Okay. For me, and he wasn't on yours either, so I'm going to ask you why. A lot of people are going to say, Blake, where was Steve Smith? To me, it's an age factor with me.
Yeah.
He's aging.
You also got to worry about Newton's sophomore slump. We don't know yet, but like I said, if history repeats itself, you got to worry about those things.
Very true. But for me, it's just an age thing. Steve Smith did not belong on my list because of his age. And then Roddy White. I'm just not a fan of Roddy White, to be honest with you. I know
He's also a freakish athlete, though. Very, very fast.
He's a good athlete. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, everybody has their opinions, I suppose.
And then even Jordy Nelson. He tore it up statistically last year. I think he had like 1,300 yards or so, give or take. Don't quote me on that, but 1,300 yards, I believe. Very good season out of Jordy Nelson, and he was not on my list as well. But look,
well, you can quote me on this one, but the number one, 1,600 plus yards, 96 receptions. Don't you forget about boy Calvin Johnson.
I don't think anyone could forget an athlete like Calvin Johnson. But anyways, Matt Cooper, do you got anything you'd like to add to this conversation, top 5 receivers?
I think we got it all covered throughout our talks here, and I'd just like to say thank you all for watching, and thank you for having me, Mr. Jennings.
Thank you for coming, Buds. All right, guys, this is Blake Jennings and host Matt Cooper signing out. See you guys, top 5 tight ends coming soon. All right, see you guys later.
Take it easy.